Well, hello guys, and welcome back again. So what we have today is a 24 Cummins with 9,000 miles on the clock. This guy is going to go proactive and prevent any problems with the air grid heater. So we're going to install a Banks Monster Ram. So I'm going to flip it around, show you what we're working with, and get going on it. And here's the kit. Banks thinks of everything on these, and they are so nice and easy to install. Again, I recommend to anybody who is running a Cummins to swap over to the Monster Ram. If you have any questions about the power gains or anything with this, go ahead and flip over to the Banks website and look at the dyno numbers. And here's what we got we're working on. Y'all are familiar with that site. Y'all are familiar with the famous air grid heater. It's down below there in that nut, so we're going to get rid of that, make sure that this guy never has a problem with that. And here we go. I'm going to get started on this, get everything tore apart, show you another video of everything apart, what to look for, show you the condition of this air grid heater, all that good stuff. So stay tuned. Well, there's the old grid heater. Now there's the bolt that we most commonly have problems with, but remember, you also can have problems with that one there. That one is not as easily identifiable unless you take this whole assembly off. So we've had a lot of people comment about, you know, is the BD product better than the Banks product? Now you can see the restriction already just from having this grid heater in there. The BD diesel bus bar is that wide, and it takes up that whole area right there, so it automatically decreases the amount of flow through that intake. So do I like the BD one? Not really. Plus they've also had like 3 redesigns of it. But here's the engine compartment. I'm going to clean everything up and get ready to go back together, getting the Banks on. I'll show you that in a few. And there she is, completed. Everything's good to go. Just waiting for customer to come pick her up, and another happy customer will be. Now I've heard of some people charging a very large amount to put one of these in, but I want to give you the truth to that. From all data, the time to replace the air grid heater is 3.4 hours. I'm not going to charge any additional time onto that just because I'm putting on an aftermarket part, and I'm not going to inflate the price just because, you know, I think I'm better than anybody else. In fact, I'm so far below of what even Banks recommends to charge for this that I don't get it. 3.4 hours to change that air grid heater, and that's essentially what we're doing, is just replacing the air grid heater. So for the rest of you out there that are charging an inflated amount of money to put one of these on, I think shame on you. You should be charging a fair amount, giving the rest of the industry a bad name by inflating those prices up to, God, I think one guy even quoted me at close to $2,000 is what a place here in Utah, I'm not going to mention their name, but that's what they were quoted for the installation of one of these. That's just ridiculous. So 3.4 hours is what I charge. If anybody's interested, hit me up, email me. It's getting really hard to keep up with the comments. Luckily, I caught this one in the comments. So anyway, I want you guys to have a good day, good weekend, and all that good stuff. Hit the like, follow, and share, and peace.